What is going on, guys? My name is cosmovsgoku, and I am joined by the one, the only...
TwstdFlaems. I don't know why I did that.
Neither do I. I don't know why I built you up like that either.
Nah, it's too much pressure.
We're back, of course, with episode 0, episode commentary for Naruto Full Arc Abridged. As we mentioned last time, we're taking a journey back in time to the origin of everything.
Yes. Not the origin of everything.
Well...
Does this include the original origin? Wait, am I thinking about the same bit?
Maybe.
The bit we had to cut?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is the cut stuff. Excellent.
So this is what was known internally as 7N. So this covers Kakashi Gaiden. And this was originally written to release after we did the fillers episode.
Yes.
Which means that we still had Search for Tsunade, Sasuke Retrieval, the fillers, and then this was going to release in line with where Kakashi Gaiden is placed within the manga.
Yes.
But then, as part of lockdown, we decided to shift this episode to before the Search for Tsunade to release it on Naruto's birthday, which is October 10th. Because it also covers the birth of Naruto Uzumaki.
I think it was also a casting thing as well, where the cast members who had setups to record just happened to be the ones that were in this episode.
Yeah.
Or the ones, sorry, there were people that had already finished recording, and anyone we had left was people that were exclusively in this episode.
Yep.
Specifically like me, because I think my audio quality is very different in this episode compared to everything else, from memory.
For Kakashi it would be.
For Kakashi, yeah.
Yeah.
But for like the other stuff like Sasuke Retrieval, because there's, I mean, granted, I'm like 50% of the cast in both of those.
Yeah.
There was too much that had to go into those, and that's why we swapped the order around. It wasn't for an arbitrary thing of like, oh, let's release this on, like completely changing what you just said. But it was purely a lockdown thing.
Yeah.
Changed for lockdown. We wanted to release something. We didn't have to release anything. We could have held off.
We did want to release something on Naruto's birthday.
We did want to release something, and the project that was going to be the easiest to complete was this one.
You're absolutely right on that. Thank you for the correction. We also wanted to release something to commemorate, as it were, the 1-year anniversary of announcing the series, which we did October 10th, 2019.
Yes.
So sadly, this isn't releasing in October. This is releasing in November.
Okay.
Just because of everything
works. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's still a good time. We're still celebrating. And yeah, this this is the original intended version of this episode.
Yes.
We had
a lot of stuff that was cut from this episode from YouTube.
Yeah.
I think the first minute and a half.
Yep. Something like that.
Was entirely cut just because of music copyright, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, no, it was visual. It was all visuals.
Yeah, it was visual. The audio was fine.
Yeah.
And you'll see what we mean in a minute. But the visuals, nothing we did got around the bots.
We tried flipping it, we tried multi-screening it, we tried everything under the sun, and that specific scene, we could not get to work at all, in any capacity.
And
so
it wasn't...
It had to be cut.
It wasn't...
I'm so devastated that got cut.
Yeah, so we're, number one, really glad that we're able to share it with you as part of the commentary and get your thoughts about it.
Yes.
Because it's such a pivotal scene for Kakashi.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also our original intention, but it's also was our first major battle against YouTube bots.
Yep.
With copyright.
Yes.
Which is the whole reason we're doing everything like this now, because yay.
Of that.
But at the same token too, I'm really glad that we decided to retain this version of the episode. The original opening was specifically Facebook exclusive. But now we get to show and experience it with you guys. So, do you have any other preamble thoughts?
Nope, that's it. Let's get to it.
Let's jump in. Episode 0 of Naruto Full Arc Abridged, the birth of Naruto Uzumaki Abridged.
And a whole bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah.
The following is a non-profit fan
I forgot Obito did this today.
Naruto Shippuden
Yes.
and Boruto Naruto Next Generation are all owned by Masashi Kishimoto, Shueisha, Viz Media, Studio Payroll, and TV Tokyo. Please support the official release.
A famous man once said, "We create our own demons." Who said that? What does it even mean? Didn't matter. I said it because he said it. So now, he was famous and basically getting said by two well-known guys.
Straight up spoiling Rin's death.
I'm going to stop again.
But the whole Iron Man 3 intro was just so perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start this from the beginning.
Your delivery is beautiful.
Thank you. Took like 40 takes.
Now this is the music we were talking about.
It wasn't the musical.
Yeah.
Stuff. We could have... I don't think the music was the part that was the major issue. We could have changed with that. But it was the visuals.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, the music we'll find to get... We got away with the music. But these visuals, this scene...
Yeah. That was specifically this part of the...
Yeah.
Not that far. Let's say between 30 and 40 years ago.
Okay, so you might have missed it just in the crater, and I tried to pause it at the right frame, but I couldn't. Yamcha. So yeah, of course, that is the God Tree landing. That's Kaguya at Crush Landing. I think Ishiki was there as well. I don't know. The Boruto lore is weird, but yeah, that was the original intended open for this episode, which means that the rest of the episode flows a lot better with that.
Yeah, and having the full Iron Man 3 treatment and all that stuff. Yeah, I think I eventually had to record that line by line individually.
Yeah, because
to make sure it matched perfectly to RDJ's delivery.
Which he did phenomenally. Oh, you.
With our Shippuden opening. Because of when this was meant to come out originally.
Yeah.
Good morning, students.
The camp teacher.
We welcome
Camp counselor.
students
Yep.
all the way from the land of Naruto.
We use space bar to pause.
Please welcome the newest classmate, Kushina Uzumaki.
My name is Kushina Uzumaki, and I'm going to be the first female Hokage.
Ha! Wrong!
Beautiful.
Hey, tomato head, do something cool.
Ready for the C-bomb?
Like, it's in your hair or
Like 6 of them.
Red hair, don't be like a French bear.
Shut up! I have another name that you can refer to me as.
Like princess?
The bloody red habanero.
They're dropping a couple of C-bombs in. I like that. That was that pure ad-lib, that bit?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not scripted. No, Mineta, as we called that character, because he's got the bulbous hair.
Yeah.
Was not scripted to say cunty cunt. But you improvised it, and it was so funny.
It was so
I had
dumb.
to use
It was
it.
just like, yep, no, we're doing it.
Yeah.
100%.
And of course, impolitebi is playing Kushina, and I'm playing Minato,
Yeah.
which is a throwback to, so many years ago. We used to cosplay as Minato and Kushina, and Pythonixx, when I met Pythonixx, was cosplaying as Naruto Uzumaki.
Yep.
So it was this whole kind of deeply layered meta everything. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that scene. I think it's a lot of fun.
That's the girl, brother. That's the one that picks on me in school. I do not. You bully me.
And ShyGhost is so good as the bullies.
You better start running, little girl.
Judo chop.
Oh, the sound of the hair being pulled out. That's a hairbrush through knotted hair.
Ah, nice.
Kind of wish Kushina just kicked him then when she got off of him.
Ah.
I love the layering of that.
Oh, yeah. It's like orphan,
I'm
girl,
Yeah.
Uzumaki, orcs.
Yeah.
Ah, she said believe it too.
marry her one day.
And then die in each other's arms.
Yep.
That's right. I live alone.
You were one of those kidnappers. And I
was.
think Bane was the other. I think. Oh.
Seriously? Again? I really love fucking class. God, Steve, again with the clown fucking.
So that... those were cameos as us, as our Full Metal Alchemist roles.
Yes. It's way before we considered announcing that, but we knew we wanted to do Full Metal.
Yeah, so this really, like, that shows you how long we've been planning to remount FMA. And in the credits, these characters were credited as... We gave them their own names as a reference to that. So, like, the Mustang character was named... I think we just totally went in and called them, like, Travis and Wendy and Sunny, I think.
Which were literally named after the people that voiced them in FM.
Yeah. Like Steve, who played the I really love fucking clowns that NPC did, was the name of the actual FMA voice actor for that character.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nicely like yeah, we always constantly thinking like 10 steps ahead of where we've announced.
You're playing checkers, we're playing chess.
Yeah, and it's like 6-dimensional.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the Travis thing.
Hey, are you okay?
I really tried to write Minato as really sickeningly sweet.
How could I ever thank you?
It's simple, really. Just be by my side forever. Dad.
And then we cut forward like
Way forward.
20 years. Every single character that appears on screen here, has a line in this mix.
Yeah.
Like Ebisu's talking about something. Someone said it's a paradise. I can't remember who.
Most likely Kakashi.
I think so. But yeah, it's like we just deeply layered that wall of sound. And it gave a bunch of people cameos. Like there's Hayate and there's Asuma and Kurenai.
It's weird how many of them were in the exact same class.
That's a major retcon from memory.
Yeah. Because that's
a lot of them
every single one of them as the same age.
Yeah, none of them.
That is Ebisu, Guy, Kakashi, Rin, Hayate.
Yeah.
Is that Kurenai? And that's Azuma?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the purple hair over Obito's left shoulder is
Anko?
Anko.
Yeah.
From
That's
memory.
way too many people
Yeah.
to all be the exact same age.
Yeah. It's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like the K-12 all being where they are in Boruto, that makes sense because they're the main characters.
But all their kids are also the same age. So,
Yeah.
you know, Shikacho, somehow always the same age.
Yeah. Weird.
Good work.
Talk about Planned Parenthood. Yeah, it was Anko.
It's okay,
Yeah.
Obitobi. I have your carry.
Oh, the Obitobi setup?
Yeah.
Really? Those are mine?
Now, would you look at this?
Omega is so good as Obito in this episode.
Bet that he's helping an old lady.
Thank you, young man. Please, have this licorice flavored candy.
Horrible flavor.
Architect ring in this Chunin exam
Ring the
promotional
bell.
battle. Fire side! Fireball jutsu!
Dynamic kick in the face.
No! My candy!
Here we go, Obitobi.
Thanks, Rin. See this? The emblem of the Uchiha? I'm gonna be the first ever Uchiha Hokage.
I loved using...
Wrong!
Wrong?
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, because he's got... Yeah, sorry, I misunderstood. I love being able to use this, and using this scene here is a reflection of what we've talked about in the past, of being able to use our knowledge of future events of the series to set it up. It's just weird that clearly Sasuke doesn't have a non-leaving the village design, because he's just wearing his Uchiha t-shirt, whereas everyone else is wearing the actual outfits.
Yeah.
I never want to bring harm.
He did. And now we're into Gaiden.
Yeah, we're officially there.
Did I make it?
Because everything else is war flashbacks, isn't it?
Don't worry about
For
it.
the
Yeah.
video stuff?
The
Yep.
point is that we're all here.
As of today, Kakashi joins me in the rank of Jonin. So much like you would with me, treat him with respect. Here, Kakashi, I'm giving you one of my kunai.
Thanks, Sensei.
Here. It's a med pack for all the necessities for a mission.
Well, thank you, Ring.
Ranging from band-aids to tampons.
Rin thinks of everything.
I peed in your mask. Didn't I?
Look at this map.
Forgot about that.
I'll go over there, you go over here, we'll rendezvous back here. Please, none of you get killed or kidnapped in the meantime. That would really put a dampener on my day.
That's foreshadowing.
Yep.
Stop. Hey, Scooby, I got the contraband.
We also made a conscious decision with this to have Kakashi just be the same voice.
Yeah.
To not age down the voice. And I think we made a point of it, unless they are actually children.
Yeah.
And even then we don't really do it. None of the characters, their voices in flashbacks are just the normal voice.
There's a couple of exceptions here or there.
Like Azuma will always be non-smoker voice. He won't ever be like the Batman voice.
Yeah.
Whenever it's a flashback, because that's all...
He hadn't started smoking.
Exactly.
Who
are other ones that are
exceptions?
Changed for that?
Ino, Sakura, Naruto, Sasuke, Shikamaru, Choji.
So half the Konoha 12.
Yeah. From memory, that's...
But yeah, adult-wise, none of the adults have voice change.
I think this is a
slight
slight spoiler for Shippuden. When we see young Tsunade in the Jiraiya episode,
Please have her just be her old lady voice.
We did both takes. We did a younger voice and we did old lady.
I want old lady Tsunade, because that is more funny to me.
It
like
is
6-year-old Tsunade has like old lady voice. It's like, yes, please. That's great. I guess we'll see when it comes out.
Yeah. But yeah, implied by I did record both shades of that. But Kakashi, it was a very early conversation we had when we came to writing this episode. No, Kakashi's voice will not change.
Yeah. Even if he was going to be the only one, it was going to be just like, why isn't Kakashi's voice different? Because he doesn't bother thinking about this stuff.
Yeah.
It's his flashback. He just keeps his voice the exact same as it's always been.
Yeah. Obito's another person whose voice changes between childhood and adulthood.
But there's also a drastic character change as well.
Yeah.
Because Toby has the same voice as this Obito.
Ish.
Close enough. Like, it's the mass distortion or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's close enough that it's not a drastic change.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Nothing we do is by accident. There's no happy little accidents here.
Yeah.
Except Naruto.
Yeah.
Because, sex makes babies.
We're not being paid to go after kidnap this ninja. We're being paid to destroy Carnaby Bridge.
And this is a flashback to episode 1.
Yep.
Money? Is that all the son of the white man cares about?
Yes.
Well, I think you're wrong, and that you're nothing more than a loser. Those who break the rules are trash, but those who abandon their friends are even worse than trash.
So if you were to take that and play it side by side with episode 1, it is the exact same.
That was literally the first scene for this episode that was done.
Yep.
Because it was done for episode 1.
Yep. And all we did when we were editing this particular episode is went back to episode 1, took what we had, lifted it, adjusted the aspect ratio to be correct.
Why don't we take the bit from the episode and put it over here?
Yeah. Thank you, Patrick Star. And that's something that we're really, whenever we're doing flashbacks, we want the flashbacks to be consistent. You'll notice this when we do, when we cover Shinden as well. Itachi True Story, Light of Darkness Abridged. Like the whole Uchiha flashback, the Uchiha Massacre flashback, Sasuke seeing Itachi, again, that was lifted from the Search for Tsunade.
Yeah.
So we really do our best to try and be as consistent with that as possible because
Lord knows the original series was not.
Yeah.
And we haven't shown the swing set like 400 times.
Yeah, that's been deliberate. Yeah, I think Naruto's only sat on the swing set once.
If that.
And that was in the very first episode, at the start, before he talks to Mizuki.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All these references to The Rock will make sense one day, we promise.
Maybe.
I'm sure that's fine.
Family. Same rib.
You can't even save yourself.
And a weird Shaggy Scooby-Doo thing that we did. But they were throwaway villains, so...
This is a memento of my father, which I will never use again after this mission.
How do you know that?
Didn't you know, Vito? I'm clairvoyant, bitch.
First one, historically.
Chronologically.
Move it, loser.
You struggled to do that.
Yeah. It's being expressive in character.
There's nothing I can do to help.
Die.
Not of my watch.
You did it, Anakin. Now let us, two non-medical ninja, perform delicate surgery on my eye socket to stop it from getting infected. And to stop me from dying from a brain aneurysm.
I want to talk about the Shaggy Scooby thing.
Okay.
Because these villains, like now, NPC and Chris Dowling, a wonderful two-hander, but also do really, really great Shaggy and Scooby voices, evidently. And the, not the one that Obito killed, the other one that's Genjutsu torturing Rin, has a really Shaggy appearance. He doesn't look like Shaggy Rogers, but he looks Shaggy. Does that make sense? Yeah.
He looks like the singer, yeah.
Yeah. So it was, and we felt that the guy that Obito just killed had a very dog-like facial structure, like very boxy, very muzzly, that sort of thing. So I was like, boom, Shaggy, Scooby, you guys can just have fun. And again, throwaway villains.
Yeah.
And referencing Anakin there, because Obito is Anakin Skywalker. It's a parallel we draw properly later, but yeah.
Yeah, because he's literally a dude who falls to the dark side, puts on the mask, has the voice filter, everything like that.
Turn to the dark side, trying to save and failing to save his love. There's a spherical thing in the sky.
Yeah. It's no moon. It's a space station.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, the parallels aren't lost on us, trust us.
That's no moon. That's a Sharingan.
But you are painfully stubborn.
Stop right there.
Zoinks. Oh, look. A half-blind kid. And a kid with a guy.
Reference to Masuko and Vegeta. With the pink eye.
Mock the Sharingan.
What are you gonna do? Strike me down?
I won't.
Nice Star Wars reference.
But he will.
Now, the music playing right now is actually from one of the Ninja Storm games when you do this mission.
Huh.
Kakashi? Toby?
You betcha. We're here to save you.
That's cute. You think it's time to roll? When really, it's time to rock.
Ah.
Rock breaker.
Everyone, get out, now!
I got you, Kakashi.
Don't toss me!
I had some really good ad-libs for this episode.
The number that bus.
Like the bus line.
Yeah, and the don't toss me line.
I was always fond of you calling me Toby. Really? No, did I pee in your mask?
And all this stuff as well.
Don't bet my sacrifice.
Earlier.
Yeah. Red vs. Blue reference.
Yep.
You better work quickly.
This moment always gives me chills.
How did that guy get out?
Oh, I don't know.
Go get him. Kakashi with the Sharingan.
Fucking what?
Would have been a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, just a throw to Fugaku.
Yeah. Fucking what?
So, out of shape.
Another improv by you for that.
Take my hat.
And then he was dead and never seen again. The end.
Goodbye.
Boy.
Who are you?
So, from one thing I thought was really, really cool to be able to do very early on, like before we wrote this episode, is to do this massive, massive episode that encompassed all the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Which would have been an astronomical task. But, and then that started just slowly getting shaved down to focusing on the story of the birth of Naruto. So setting up the God Tree and Kakashi's trauma
Yep.
and journey as really the main character. Killing Obito, killing Rin, and the meeting for Minato and Kakashi and their deaths. But I always thought it was this really cool idea that Kakashi and Rin leave, and then Obito opens his eyes to this, and I'm so glad this worked. Now, what didn't work, and this is no fault of anyone's, was Bane's recordings as Madara.
There's an audio issue from Lockdowns, wasn't it?
Yeah, so and there was an audio issue. We worked it as best as we could. We don't blame anybody for anything. It's not anybody's fault or anything like that. But we do acknowledge and recognize that some of Madara's lines are very, very hard to understand here. And for that, we do apologize. In a perfect world, we'd go back and we'd replace them. But this is what we have, and it's really, really cool to actually see Madara early on in the life cycle of our series, as opposed to not properly meeting him until the war.
very end, yeah.
It actually sets that up a lot nicer, I feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who am I? Who are you?
Did you just answer my question with a question? What are you, a maths teacher?
I suppose I am a teacher of sorts.
Where am I?
You're in my fun dungeon. Fun dungeon. Anyway.
That was an improv.
You have a fungal infection? Well, I'm not surprised. You do live.
There's a lot of him talking to himself.
It is. Now, one thing, I don't know if many people notice this, but because of how White Setsu's drawn, it looks like he's hanging dong. So we've actually censored it.
I hadn't noticed that before.
Yeah, you can see it just over here.
Yeah.
So we've mosaiced it like it's a hentai. But very, very quite deliberately, White Zetsu and Guru have the same voice. But Guru and White Zetsu also have the same voice as Masked Toby.
Yes.
Which is a very, very deliberate choice. One I regret, now after we committed to it because of when Masked Toby is introduced later.
Yeah.
But I think it's okay. Well, shit happens. But I love the fact that they have that same voice, and it's just an added layer of everything.
That must be a cave after all. I recognize you. You're the Grim Reaper.
I am Madara Uchiha.
Wait, who the hell is half my body?
I brought Hashirama cells onto you to save your life and replenish your life force after you were crushed by those boulders.
I'm alive due to a Deus Ex Hashirama?
Rest
That's half the series.
Yeah.
Characters.
begin your training to take over my mantle.
I have to get back to Rin Kakashi. Thanks for saving me, Madara.
Why aren't you surprised?
Uchiha earned dominance.
Raises a great question.
Invincible. Nobody can kill an Uchiha. There's always simply missing in action. Like this
Halo
farm
reference?
2552.
I don't understand.
Neither does 343 Industries.
So yeah, shitting all over 343. Now, we're Halo fans. We've played the games a lot together.
Dude, okay, complete tangent.
Okay.
We spent 2 years getting all of the 3-hour achievements.
In Master Chief Collection. So
In
that's
Master Chief Collection.
complete the campaigns
On
on
Legendary.
Legendary in under 3 hours.
Yep. Which includes Monopolized,
Which is Halo 2's.
which is the worst possible achievement that isn't a lasso achievement.
Mm-hmm.
That took us 7 months. 7 months? I think 7 months of consistent playing.
Yeah.
Less the 6 weeks where I broke my arms.
Yep, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that sucked.
It was terrible, but it's over and we never have to touch. I don't think I actually have to touch the campaign for Halo 2 ever again.
Yeah.
Because I have all the in-campaign achievements now.
Yeah.
Thank you, the Agoraphobia skull.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, so we're big Halo fans. We love the games. But it's a very common online narrative that 343 Industries don't understand Halo at all.
Correct.
So this is just throwing shade at them. But it raises a good question as well. Obito isn't freaked out that Madara is alive
No.
in the manga. And it doesn't make any sense because Madara is meant to be this almost mythological being from 100 years ago. And
He's just alive in a cave.
yeah.
Also, he knows how to graft Hashirama cells onto someone
Yeah.
better than Orochimaru,
I've never realized that before.
who is like the super like experiment on people person, and of anyone should be the best person at grafting Hashirama cells.
Especially when he cloned Hashirama to create Yamato.
Yeah, but then Madara can just do it to make Obito.
Huh. Never noticed that before.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Hey kid, I'm Zetsu. You'll be tasked with watching over you whilst Madara sleeps. And I'm Guru. That's too hard. How about I just call you Toby? Okay then.
Setting that up.
Why are you all squirming?
Now, Obito doesn't actually say Garurumon. He actually says Gururumon, which is a different Digimon. Which looks vaguely like Garurumon, a lot like Garurumon. I'll put a side-by-side... where's the camera? There. I'll put a side-by-side here so you can see. So this will be Garurumon, and this will be Guburumon.
Ah, that's how different they are. I can't see shit. It's all getting done in post.
We'll fix it in post. But the point is, like, that's... yeah, a lot of people didn't pick up on that very...
I thought you said Garurumon.
Yeah.
Not Guburumon.
So yeah, it's the little things. And now it's Mingos? Is that what this reference is?
Maybe?
Oh my Hadarama, Obito. You can't just ask someone why they're swirly. Exactly. Just one question, Obito. How does it feel to poop? To what? To poop?
This conversation's weird.
You know.
Yeah, it's in the manga though.
I was never a fan of it.
Please, droppings?
Oh, still don't know what you mean. Ninjas haven't needed to use the restroom since the old days of farmers and god trees.
What?
Which contradicts episode 2.
Simply
Yeah.
When Naruto goes pee.
Don't forget, I'm always watching you.
What do you mean?
Now this is a dream, but we should have made that clearer. It's not really clear, I don't think.
Wait for me.
Obito, it's Ren and Kakashi. They're in danger. They're being chased by enemy ninja. What?
This is definitely our most serious episode for this middle portion.
Not the village. Come with me, Obito. I'll take you to them. Do you know the way? We said you always.
Ugandan Knuckles.
boy, where are you going?
The same thing.
So I forgot about that. Originally, because when we wrote this episode, it was not long after I'd played God of War PS4. So the idea was that Madara was going to be very much this...
The main character of God of War.
blanked on his name. I've just finished
God of
Ragnarok.
War.
Kratos. This very Kratos, like, boy, that whole thing. And that kind of gets...
Lost very quickly.
We forget about it. But it's... the boy is definitely a reference to Kratos and God of War PS4. And the way that Bane conveyed that boy made me very, very happy.
You stay, and when you turn, come roaring back.
Let's go, Toby.
That audio was actually taken from that point in the actual episode.
yeah.
The destruction.
Nice.
I should warn you, the fight is intense and Kakashi has been asked by Rin to do the unthinkable to save the village. What's that? Let's just say he let Rin die.
It begins.
Look ahead. Lightning blade.
One of 2 times you say lightning blade.
Yeah. This is the spawning of Light Rin Blade.
Yeah.
Nice little Dragon Ball Z power up there.
Yep.
Boy, this is where the fun begins. Oh no, he got Laura, Wendy, and Ken.
Yeah, so that's Laura, Wendy, and Kent. So those were those 3 ninja that were killed then were voiced by myself, Bane, and ShyGhost from memory, unless I've totally ballsed that up. Using our Father, Lost, and Envy voices.
Yeah.
Played by Kent Williams, Laura Bailey, and Wendy...
Wendy Lee.
No, not Wendy Lee. Envy's Funimation voice actor. You want to look it up?
I'm going to look it up.
All right. Terrible idea.
Wendy Powell.
Wendy Powell. Envy's Funimation voice actor is Wendy Powell. There we go. Thank you, Internet. And yeah, I loved
Thanks, Wikipedia.
Yeah. I love the intensity of this scene. Omega played it so well. No, it's is from the episode itself. Lifted to the end.
Nice. Good times.
Fortnite reference. Oh yeah, HFI, the home for infinite losers from the Ocean dub of DBZ.
You can be
Yeah.
damn sure I'll avenge her.
Avengers reference.
Look what the cat dragged in. Look into my eye, boy. Listen here. This is my master plan.
In the background, you can hear the original, the Faulconer score of the Hyperbolic Time Chamber music. And yeah, just breaking down the whole plot of Madara's plan.
Why not?
To an unending dream of happiness.
Yes.
So really, you want to save the world.
Yes.
I mean,
This bit here, something about combining your deoxyribocleric acid with the first Hokage's
That's
too?
enough.
and that's how you get the Renegon.
Three orphans in the village hidden in the rain, known as
First appearances of the
Yahi
Rain Orphans.
and
Yep.
Conan.
Like the barbarian?
They hold my original Rinnegan eyes. They will be able to assist as
Yeah, I don't know.
the living embodiment of
Also setting up Black Zetsu's eventual betrayal.
which I'm taking control of, mixed with white Zetsu here. Black Zetsu will be my eyes and
Is that actually,
Hashirama? I don't know. I think so.
I'm looking for
It's not even highlighted how he died.
Hashirama, no, his death's never been revealed from memory.
That's weird.
Yeah, that Conan turning then, that was the first ever appearance of DemiStarCosplay in Journeyman in Naruto for Like Abridged. And I'm pretty sure all she did was that grunt for this bit. But yeah, the introduction of the rain, and that's all you did for Yahiko as well, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nagato.
Who's asking? Well, you asked, but is there anyone else ask? Or is it just you?
The Lord of Uchiha sends his best.
The revolution of Akutsuki has begun.
Congratulations, Kushina, you're pregnant.
Then we cut to the actual birth
Yeah.
of Naruto.
And the due date is today, the 10th of October, 2000.
Can you imagine if we had to delay the episode?
We have a
Oh,
problem.
God.
What's up?
I think sex makes babies.
Sorry.
This was an ad by me.
I think
I'll talk about this in a
sex
sec.
makes babies.
Since when?
Uh,
I'll be right back. You entertain the third Hokage and his wife. I need to make a few calls.
The third looks so much younger there.
Yeah. This is very sitcom-y.
Yo! Jiraiya? Yes, it's Minato. I need to ask you a question. Is it true that sex makes babies?
So
So dumb.
I love that scene. So when this episode was being edited, we were still in lockdown. But I called you, I'm like, I can't figure this scene out. What is this scene? Because it's not in the script. It basically just went from the
Here's your due date to hello.
yeah to
This
the
scene.
scene that's about to play.
Yeah.
And it needed something more. So I called you, and you just said "sex makes babies," and that was it. And it works. So it's now one of my favorite jokes. It's one of everyone's favorite jokes, actually. And yeah, I love how well it worked.
I do good on the fly.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. And including the phone call, like I mentioned, it's very sitcom-y, which I thought was really, really great. And the Jiraiya, the yo.
Was lifted from like episode 3 or whatever.
It's lifted from, I don't know which episode it was lifted from, but it's certainly lifted from somewhere. It's lifted from... Episode 8.
Yeah.
When Jiraiya shows up to take Naruto training from the hospital after his fight with Sasuke.
So also from the filters as well.
Yes. So yeah, that's where that was lifted from. So yeah, RisingAvenged didn't actually have to record that separately. So yeah, which made it a lot easier for this scene. But yeah, that is it was the genesis of that, the birth of that scene. Sex makes babies.
Come on, quickly.
If I was to change, do this episode again, ShyGhost would not play both Mikoto and Biwako.
Yeah.
Is it true that sex makes babies?
Well, I'm 2 for 2.
2 for 2, so... Come on, let's go. Bye, Mikoto. Fugaku and I really must have Kushina, Minato, and the Haranos over for dinner sometime.
Foreshadowing.
I'm sure kids will all be the best of friends.
And I loved that the
for the moment.
the implication. There's the word. I love the implication that Mikoto and Fugaku have only had sex twice.
Yeah.
Because I got the impression that Fugaku would be very much like, no, intercourse is for one very particular reason, and that's that, and it's very in line with his character.
It does, like, it kind of fits. It's not religious, but it also is, like, a very religious standpoint on that. How it is for, like, yeah, he's very regimented.
Yeah.
And very process-driven. So he would be very much of, don't do things that are not necessary.
Yeah, which is how we ended up writing him in Shinden as well. Consistent character writing. So, yeah.
We do it.
And now for the calling out the dumbest thing in the whole fucking franchise.
But an intrigue you see is at its weakest.
And that is Masashi Kishimoto.
More writes this shit.
It is a weird thing for time for the seal to be the weakest.
Yeah.
You can't hold me.
I don't know why he doesn't have the reverb on his voice there.
Kill you.
It's an oversight on my behalf.
Come on, Kushina. One more, please.
Love that. And that is actually Pythonixx recording the crying as Naruto.
And in this upcoming bit.
A baby's a fucking whiny bitch. Is that
And that was just the, like, literally the dialogue that he said straight after recording that.
So yeah, that line isn't scripted, but Pythonixx did the crying, and then he turned to me while I was directing him and said, "Is that good enough? Is that annoying enough for you?" And I
Lost it. Kept it in.
It had to be. It had to be.
That's a good line. I like that.
Yeah. I'm noticing more and more as we go through these commentaries that, yeah, the writing's great and everyone's contributions are great, but it's the improvs that are really selling, and I think that makes for great parody and comedy writing.
And the fact that we've got the flexibility with the script to do the ad-libs and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, can I speak to that?
Yeah.
So we spoke last time about how after episode 5, I started loosening up a lot more about making changes to the script and everything like that, and changes to the episode, and that is a perfect example of it.
I think I was a very big push for that as well.
Yeah.
Because of how much ad-lib I do.
Yeah.
Like, the number of lines of dialogue that are not, like, that are for me not what was scripted is ridiculously high. I reckon close to like 30% of my lines are not what's in the script.
I'd actually be interested to go back and check.
Yeah. Because, like, just thinking about what we recorded today, half of that was not as scripted.
No.
Like, half of that was just like, no, I'm not doing this.
No.
That just is weird, doesn't work for the character, and this is just funnier.
Yeah, and I think that's actually a credit to you knowing the characters that you play, because ShyGhost has spoken to a past. Yes, it's an abridged series, but we still need to have, as voice actors, a familiarity with the characters that we play in order to be able to play their truths, even though it's a parody.
Well, yeah, Shikamaru and Kakashi are like my two favorite characters in Naruto.
Yeah,
hands down. So yeah, I know exactly how they function.
Yeah. And I feel like that elevates the product so much more. But yeah, this scene as well, the Kushina's dialogue, look, Minato, I'm half a person. That was written in specifically for impolitebi. And I'll double check with her before including this bit. That was written specifically for impolitebi because that's what her mom said when she was born.
Yeah.
So we included that as a tribute to her mom, who has been there for us through so many things. So, yeah, it's the tip of the hat.
You just...
And I love the cut back to the crying.
One more move, Sensei. The baby gets
I think he calls him Sensei.
Say,
Also, he punches Naruto to shut him up.
I'm Madara Uchiha.
Well, that's good because I can't hit a girl.
That was added by you.
Yeah, that was a throwback to the Haku scene.
Yeah. So we were commentating over, so you probably missed it, but Obito says Sensei, And Minato says, is that you, Rin? Thinking it's Rin? And then I can't hear you guys again, as an ad by you, throwing back to the Haku scene. Yeah. And I love the visuals of, I can't hit a girl. And the way the animation worked there was really, really good.
Worked out well.
Naruto, you stay here. You'll be safe. I'll be right back with Mommy. Hey, damn glad I didn't leave him in that one. Gas heating is a dangerous appliance to leave unattended.
Come on out, Ninetales. Come and
House explodes.
play.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. End of the series.
Yeah.
I am the Eternal Fox. State your wish.
Would have been a good idea, actually.
I think I mentioned it at the time.
I can't remember.
Now, pet, kill your prison and be free.
I mean, you're already free technically, but still.
Fun. I could get used to this.
I love that we're setting up Obito to be evil.
Who really is the Yellow Flash?
And that is the actual sound of the flying Raijin.
Yeah.
Sounds like my baby boy.
Kushina, I'll be back. It's time for the People's Hokage.
Kushina is so high on morphine.
It's a blissful night. Not a care in the world. Mom and Dad are out of the village. Sasuke is resting. It's a good, peaceful night.
And that is actually me crying as
I bet
Sasuke.
if I killed this kid, nobody would ever notice.
Is that
Just
annoying enough?
take his eyes and throw him off a cliff. No more babysitting for me. Who am I kidding? Izumi would dump me if I killed her people's mother-in-law.
That was a big change we did.
Yeah, so originally he wasn't talking about Izumi there. He talked about Shisui as his partner. Because that's very much the online everything. But then as we were moving through this episode, we started writing...
The fanship, yeah.
Thank you. As we started moving through this episode and writing for Shinden, we realized, holy shit, Itachi's got a girlfriend, which we didn't know about because it's a light novel character that appeared in that adapted arc.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, now we've got to go back and change it.
And yeah, with the way that he kills her in the Uchiha Massacre is does the infinite Tsukuyomi, but as opposed to doing the torture thing, shows her the life that they would have had together.
Yeah. Oh, I just got chills.
And all that sort of stuff. So
Beautiful.
like,
I wish the anime had done that version.
Right before he kills her, she turns around and says thank you.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so yeah, as a result, we had to change this and like, no, let's run this properly and not off the fanship.
Yeah. Which I'm annoyed that the anime changed it to Obito killing Izumi. But yeah, it's still nice to be able to have that. But yeah, originally he did mention Shisui here.
Yeah.
And because my voice was very tired when I recorded this Itachi line, because I'd done a big session beforehand, finding this exact Itachi voice to match the rest of the line, just to change the back half of the line, that sucked.
And then I use dynamic entry and really shows them the power of the springtime of youth. Wearing this
Okay, yeah, from what you're saying earlier today, I think you're onto something.
Let me show you right
Yeah.
now.
You'll understand later, guys.
Only way of holding your pants up.
You're goddamn right it is.
Then
No, I stand by that. That's perfect for later.
Yeah.
Go.
Fucking love NPC as Guy, I'm sorry. I always will.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Forgot about that line. Free cabbages. Jesus Christ.
What do you expect me to do in these diapers?
So the Yambu operative dropping down. Originally, that line was me giving the line read beforehand for Chris Dowling to do the Hiruzen line. And that original, like, far background, like, the difference was probably, but you could hear it in the background. I used that for the longest time. Like just before, when I was fixing up the Itachi Izumi Shisui reference, I went back in and I changed that as well. But the I'm a retired old man, and then followed by, what do you expect me to do in these diapers? Was an improv.
Well, there we are.
Yeah.
Come away.
How have I never noticed that?
What?
How have I never noticed that Kamui, come away?
Yeah. How have you never noticed that?
I don't know.
That's how I've said it for a long time. It's come away. I know it's not meant to be that, but...
No, I like that a lot better. I like it. I re-recorded this scene as Minato so many times.
This is a badass scene.
Thank you. But I love that Minato works it out.
Yeah, so quickly.
Are you really Madara Uchiha?
That hair, only one eye visible, indicating that the other eye is missing or otherwise unusable. It can't be.
Is that you, Obito?
Fucks. Really?
Yes, Sensei. You decide.
That's the switch sound effect, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Because you let Rin die.
I didn't let Rin die, Obito.
I've had enough of your lies, Sensei. It's time to end this.
One of the only times in the series I actually play a badass.
And you get a Rasengan.
First of... not many.
There's only a couple of us that actually get to do a Rasengan.
Yeah.
You, me, Pythonixx.
That Kyuchiyosu no Jutsu was taken from the previous episode when he summoned Enma.
Same was the Enma stuff.
Yeah.
All the I didn't record new Enma dialogue for this. Every single line of Enma is from Konoha Crush.
Yeah. The Power Pole exam was also lifted from that.
Yeah. And then so you got the Iruka stuff.
Yeah.
We're capable ninja and able to protect the village at all costs.
No. You are a woman.
I love the fuck you.
How you feel?
I voiced Kurenai's father
Yep.
with my Azuma's smoking voice
Yep.
purely for the fact that you
Always marry your parents.
you
That
always
whole
marry your parent
thing.
That entire thing, and then my Azuma voice is the hey, how you doing?
Followed by the added in blush of Kurenai. That is not my job. How you doing?
Great.
It's one of those small scenes that I don't think
Nice
gets
little
enough
setup.
recognition.
It's a nice little bit of setup.
Yeah.
Summoning Jutsu!
Naruto, explain yourself.
So it's hard to hear, but he actually says later.
Yeah.
I want to ride the big horse.
Five Tails isn't here right now, but the Nine Tails is over there. Can you put him on a leash, please?
Yo, Mr. Puppy, you stay there.
I wish Naruto had gotten access to these.
Same.
We had a massive conversation about this.
Alright, so there are 10 tails drawn
There are
there.
not 10.
Okay. So one, two, three... Because that's too long to be that one.
Yeah, that 7 goes into the 4. Or 6 goes into 4. One of the other.
So we fucked up here.
You see it now, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
You
Okay.
see it now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Vindication.
So ignore that. He does only have 9 tails, and if we could go back and change it...
You just wouldn't listen to me when I said no, there's only 9. It's just the couple of them overlap.
An example of my bullheadedness at the time. Yay, character development.
Because you can see how thick the second tail is, and that goes further than where the 4 goes.
Yeah, but it's just this one, which looks like it's coming out of 7.
But
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah. I fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
Good puppy. Aw, you little baby. Is he yours?
It better fucking be mine. His name is Menma Namikaze.
That's a
Stupid name.
How about Naruto Uzumaki?
And I love the drop with the Naruto's theme. Oh, I get chills every time. And again, all the Reaper stuff is taken from the last episode we released.
Yeah.
Which I think is an example of just us keeping things consistent.
Magic.
Minato, Kushina, you will pay for this.
Puppy! Look, Naruto! He is a high five!
I'll be there to say you're welcome when he thanks me for restoring his soul.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah.
You should be there when he's ready to control the Nine Tails, Kushina.
That reminds me. Summoning Jutsu.
Where are the chains? They're no longer attached to her back.
I've never noticed that before.
I don't think, anyway.
No, I don't think they are either.
Because he's like right behind her and I can't see the chains.
Yeah.
Yet the 9 tails are still being held down.
Weird. Unless that's what the Into the Ground was.
I always felt they had to stay connected.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
But
I wish that Naruto had gotten those.
Yeah.
Because Karin can use them.
Yeah. I hate that the more I think about it, the more I'm like, fuck, that would have been such a good idea for him to learn that from Kushina when this flashback is being told to him on the Island Turtle. Now, Garatora isn't in the script, which is why he's got no lines, but we realized that we fucked up and forgot to include a very, very key part of the story, which is Garatora getting the key to Naruto's seal to take to Jiraiya. Because without this, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Garatora, make sure that Master Jiraiya gets the key for Naruto's seal.
Where is Jiraiya?
Larry?
I have no idea.
They all interclan.
And also setting up all of everything Naruto does here.
Yeah.
Eat lots of ramen and trust Jiraiya with your life.
Trust me, Naruto. Jiraiya is worth it. You ready, Kushina?
Yeah.
A trigram seal! Wet, wet, no, be no go!
Right?
Yeah, because he just disappears out of the episode.
What for you?
Hell, and then there's you. That same old picture of Erika. And yeah, DemiStarCosplay's first appearance with JMA.
Huzzah.
So yeah, that was episode 0 of Naruto Full Arc Abridged, where we swung for the fences, and I think after we peeled it back to be really, really focused on what we did,
yeah,
I think it worked in the end. It's our longest episode to date at this point.
Yep.
I'm sick of long episodes. I hate long episodes.
Maybe you should split them.
Conversation for Shipperton. But yeah, no, this episode I think worked well for having the added length.
Yeah.
There's a couple of things here and there. It's like, yeah, we could take that out, but like the Guy and Kakashi scene didn't add anything. I think it was just mainly there to show Guy and Kakashi doing Guy and Kakashi things.
Yeah. And to show that life was kind of normal at the time of the attack.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I think the episode worked well, and yeah, I'm really happy with it. Do you have any other thoughts about this one?
I never do.
You know, I'm always going to ask.
I know, but I'm never going to.
Alright guys, well that is episode 0 of Naruto Full Arc Abridged. I always say Shippuden. That's a different episode.
Yep.
We'll be back next time. We're jumping back to the present with episode 6, The Search for Tsunade Abridged. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, friends.